Do you ever find yourself dreading those tough conversations? You know, the ones that make your stomach turn and your palms sweat? What if I told you that the key to navigating these challenging discussions isn't about avoiding conflict, but mastering the art of communication? Today, we're diving into effective communication strategies that will empower you to handle difficult conversations with confidence. Welcome to Self-Craft Mastery, your guide to crafting your route to excellence. Part 1. The power of preparation. Preparation is your greatest ally when it comes to navigating tough conversations. It's all too easy to jump in unprepared and quickly feel overwhelmed, but taking the time to clarify your thoughts can make a significant difference. Begin by identifying the key points you want to discuss. What specific issue are you facing? How do you feel about it? Take John and his colleague Sarah as an example. John needed to address Sarah's repeated missed deadlines, but instead of approaching her without a plan, he took the time to jot down his thoughts. He outlined his specific concerns, noting instances where deadlines were missed, and defined what he hoped to achieve from the conversation, namely, finding a solution to help her manage her workload better. This preparation not only provided John with clarity, but also boosted his confidence. When they met, he was able to express his feelings calmly and directly, saying things like, "I've noticed that deadlines have been missed on several projects, and I'm concerned about how that affects our team's progress." This thoughtful approach led to a constructive dialogue, allowing them to collaboratively brainstorm strategies to improve communication and workload management moving forward. Part 2. Identifying communication barriers. Many obstacles we encounter during difficult conversations arise from internal barriers, such as fear of conflict, assumptions about others' intentions, and difficulty expressing our emotions. The first step to overcoming these challenges is to identify them. Take some time to reflect on past tough conversations. What made them challenging? What emotions did you experience? Understanding these elements can help you uncover your personal communication barriers. Once you've identified these barriers, it's important to challenge them. Ask yourself, is my fear or assumption truly justified? Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations like, "I can engage in difficult conversations with calmness and clarity." Consider Sarah's journey as an example. For years, she avoided addressing significant issues with her partner, such as their differing approaches to finances and how chores were divided. She often felt a knot in her stomach at the thought of discussing these topics, fearing it would lead to an argument. Determined to break this pattern, Sarah began to reflect on her feelings. She realized that she often felt unappreciated when her partner didn't acknowledge her efforts around the house. So, she decided to have an open conversation. During their discussion, she used I statements to express her feelings clearly. For instance, she said, "I feel stressed when I handle most of the household chores without help." Her partner was taken aback, but receptive. He admitted he hadn't realized how overwhelmed she felt and shared that he was also feeling stressed about their finances. This opened the door for a productive dialogue. They ended up discussing their budget and agreed on a plan that included both of their input, which made Sarah feel valued and heard. By tackling these issues head-on, Sarah discovered that her partner was more understanding and willing to collaborate than she had initially thought, leading to a stronger and more connected relationship. Part 3. Mastering crucial conversation skills. Effective communication in challenging situations relies on specific skills. One crucial technique is using I statements, which allow you to express your feelings without placing blame. For example, instead of saying, "You always interrupt me," you might say, "I feel frustrated when I can't finish my thoughts." This shift not only conveys your emotions clearly, but also fosters a more constructive dialogue. Another vital skill is empathy. Strive to understand the other person's perspective, even if you don't fully agree. For instance, if a colleague seems defensive about feedback, you could say, "I can see that this feedback might feel overwhelming. Could we discuss your thoughts on it?" This approach cultivates an atmosphere of mutual respect and encourages open communication. Timing is equally important in effective conversations. Choose the right moment for difficult discussions. For example, bringing up sensitive topics such as performance issues just before a significant deadline may not be ideal. Instead, opt for a time when both parties are calm and focused, perhaps after a successful project completion, to address any concerns. This thoughtful timing can lead to a more open and productive discussion. Additionally, don't underestimate the power of body language. Maintain an open posture, make appropriate eye contact, and nod to show you're engaged. These nonverbal cues can reinforce your message and help create a positive atmosphere, further enhancing the effectiveness of your communication. Part 4. Staying calm under pressure. In difficult conversations, emotions can escalate quickly, making it essential to remain calm and composed. One effective strategy is to practice deep breathing, which can help you center yourself both before and during the discussion. If you notice yourself becoming upset, take a brief pause to breathe deeply and regain your focus. For example, when Liam needed to confront a friend about a betrayal, he took a few moments to practice deep breathing before initiating the conversation. Throughout the discussion, whenever tensions began to rise, he reminded himself to stay calm and centered. This approach not only enabled Liam to express his feelings clearly, but also kept the conversation productive. Here are some practical tips to maintain your composure. 1. Take a moment. Before the conversation starts, find a quiet space for a minute to breathe deeply and visualize a positive outcome. 2. Use positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your ability to handle the situation with grace, such as telling yourself, "I can navigate this conversation effectively." 3. Focus on your breath. During the conversation, if you feel your emotions flaring, take a brief pause and focus on your breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly. 4. Stay grounded. Use grounding techniques, like feeling your feet on the floor or holding onto a steady object, to help keep you anchored in the moment. By incorporating these strategies, you can foster a more constructive dialogue, even in the heat of the moment. Today, we've explored how mastering effective communication can truly transform our relationships and enrich our lives. It's not about becoming a perfect communicator overnight. Rather, it's about consistently enhancing our ability to connect with and understand others, even in challenging situations. If you found these insights helpful, please like this video and subscribe to Self-Craft Mastery for more practical wisdom to enhance your interpersonal skills. As Maya Angelou wisely said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." I'd love to hear from you in the comments about which communication skill you're most eager to practice. And don't forget to share this video with someone who might benefit from these tips. Together, we can foster a world filled with greater understanding and meaningful connections.